You know, we don't do too much Melee content on this channel, unless of course we're talking about some drama, which I can discuss for days. But damn it, the PG Stats decided to release this egregious list of the top 100 of all time, or you know, or whatever. But I'm not worried about the whole top 100. I'm worried about the top 10. Okay, I got a lot of issues with this list, and damn it, you people are gonna hear about it. Let's start off right off the bat. Number 10, Plup. I think Plup is a sensational player. Definitely worthy of all the compliments and accolades. Number 10 though, you know who was number 11th? Chew Dat. And that's who should be in the top 10. This guy helped revolutionize the game, was amazing through multiple eras, okay? And I'll tell you what, you'd be surprised if the man knew what 2 + 2 was, but damn it, he could win a national or be a threat in the bracket. That's what I talk about, a top 10 talent. Now Plup, I still agree, but anywhere from that top 12 range, top 10, not on my list, okay? No disrespect to the man. I understand he's godlike, I understand he's gifted. That's just me personally. Moving right down the list. Zane. This guy would be a lot higher if he started playing a lot sooner, okay? That's all there is to it, okay? And yes, Chew Dat did give us some classic works like the Chew Dat Chronicles. But let's stay with the present. Let's stay in the present. Zane right here, another guy from MDVA who just has it. So much so that he doesn't even go to a tournament now unless Mango's there. And in turn, Mango doesn't go if Zane's there. And in turn, you get some of those numbers like we saw at main stage. Seriously, guys, show up to your damn tournaments. What are you guys doing? But no, Zane always shows up to the events when he shows up. I think this placement is good. I really do believe if you had another 2 years under his belt, Zane would probably crack the top 6 or the top 5. But the way this guy just dominates, he's definitely trending that way, and I'm proud of him, okay? Golden Guardians got a steal when they picked this guy up. I don't know who he was on before, but I guess they weren't paying him enough. Actually, was it PG he was on before? I like PG. Moving on. All right. Asthma. This is where I get to educate some of you Doc Kid ignorant bums who are like, Azin, what is this old timer doing on the list? You must respect the different eras, okay? Do I think somebody like Jerry West from the NBA is as talented as Steph Curry? Hell no. But he played in a different era, in a different time. You gotta honor these eras and these legacies and these legends. And Azin was one of the greatest. Man spanned forward smash like you'd think he was playing on Wi-Fi, but he dominated before Wi-Fi was even a thing. Your net play, your net codes, all that different bullshit that people like to talk about. This is what you call an original OG. He was so talented with multiple characters. He just show up to a tournament. He just win with Marth. He just win with Fox. He just win with Sheik. I remember he went to an MLG and just won with Captain Falcon over Chew in the finals. I was like, Azin won over Chew with Captain who? Falcon. It's insane. This is probably one of the most naturally gifted, talented gamers I've ever seen. Would eventually end up retiring from Melee because I think he went to pursue a career in Maple Story or some crap like that. That's what I heard. He also at one point had the world record time in Mario Kart DS. He's just a flat out gamer. Azin was just a flat out gamer, okay? He was easily one of my favorite players of all time, okay? I put him easily in my top 8, and how appropriate because he is 8th on this list. Do your research and have some respect, you new school gyms. PPMD, baby. Number 7. PPMD. What an enigma. You know why I like PP? If I can briefly derail from the video for 1 second. Actually, it's still part of the video. Great taste. I am one of only 29 people that PPMD, aka Kevin Nanny, follows on Twitter. So you already know the man's already exquisite with the taste. Not to mention he mains Falco, a character that you usually associate with black people. You know, they say, oh, a black person's born and they're assigned a couple of things. You know what I'm saying? Your gender at birth, you know what I'm saying? Your eye color, your hair color. Oh, and your main for a Smash game? Probably Falco, okay? But not the case. In fact, many of the great Falcos throughout the time period have been white guys. Now that I think about it, I mean, you got PP right here. You got old school. I'm going old school with forward, okay? Like West Balls, he had a run. You just gotta think, you know, it's not about your assignment. It's about how you bring it to the table. And PP is a legend, bro. Used to go by Dr. PP, which I used to thought was pretty funny. But I guess, you know, when you get sponsored by Evil Geniuses at one point, you gotta kind of, you know, tighten the tie a little bit. So he went with PPMD, and boy, did he go on to have some of the best performances ever, including winning one of my favorite tournaments of all time, that being Apex 2015, riddled and marred with controversy. Nonetheless, it was still one of my favorite ones, and PP being one of my favorite players at number 7, I couldn't agree with anymore. This guy was a legend. Breaks my heart that he stopped competing, because let me tell you something right now, if he didn't, he might have cracked that top 5. Who we got at 6? Leffen. Well, Leffen's got a lot of issues right now, I guess you could say, but hey, being one of the game's finest is certainly not one of them. You know what, this guy, I mean, when you win an Evo, okay, when you win a CEO, okay, you went over there and Beast 5, by the way, Beast 5's on that PAL melee, so it's a different kind of melee, I think, if I'm not mistaken. You gotta go ahead and tip your captive, not to mention just being a threat, a national threat for just so long, representing TSM to the fullest, providing good result after result after result. The man's just got it. Now you can argue that, you know, you could put a PPMD, or if Zayn had more years, you could put these guys a little ahead of Leffen. But, you know, as somebody who's always been touted as the God Slayer, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of appropriate that he lands in this number 6 position. So I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it is up for debate, but not surprising at all. Number 5 is Mewtwo. Now, we're going to talk about these two together, Mewtwo and Ken. Here's my issue with this. Okay, and I understand I'm not a stats guy, I'm not on the PG stats and all this other stuff. I get it, and I shout out to PG stats, they do a wonderful job. But I must say, this is a bit egregious. For the time period that Ken dominated in, he was magnificent. No doubt about it, he lost to Chillin at some point. But other than that, he was magnificent, okay? Flawless victory after flawless victory after flawless, just a dominating performance, okay? Now, Ken is not overrated, but he is not more influential than Mewtwo King. While Ken dominated, Mewtwo King revolutionized multiple characters. The Marth, the Fox, the Sheik. This guy just brought it all to the table. And the crazy thing is, while he was dominating Melee tournaments, he was doing that alongside dominating Brawl tournaments. Now I know what you say. Well, this is only a list of like the greatest accolades that they have in Melee. I understand that, but the fact that he was juggling a completely different type of Smash game at the same time while still producing godlike results, right? You know, top 5s, top 3s, just beating top player after top player after top player. It's crazy to me that they decided to put Ken over Mewtwo King. Now, to be fair, Ken is more of a celebrity. He was on Survivor, you know what I'm saying, for that one season. Didn't win, and obviously he knows all about winning. You see these first places right here, man, about 5 of them stacked up. But the point of the matter is this: Mewtwo King is an iconic figure in the space, and that's no disrespect to Ken, because I'm from the old school. I love this old school, I respect the old school, but I feel like this was a case of just letting the past and, you know, some of the lore and the mythos behind the name, you know, influence the decision, because there's no way that Mewtwo King shouldn't be above Ken. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you ever saw the last time they faced off and Mewtwo King like 3-stocked him or something like that. Like, Mewtwo King absolutely should be number 4 and Ken to number 5. That's just my 2 cents on that. That's just my 2 cents on that. But you know, it is what it is. Either way, I'm just saying, give Mewtwo King his due respect, okay? I know he didn't always win the most super majors and stuff like that, but damn it, ain't nobody ever want to see him in bracket. And he's just cool. You know what I'm saying? Legend, old school. Number 3, Hungrybox. Appropriately placed, though I must confess, friends, I would put him over number 2, Armada. In EE's list, a little controversial maybe, I got Hungrybox over Armada. And you might want to wonder why. Look at them. All these first places listed between the two. Just dominance after dominance after dominance. Great performances. What gives Hungrybox the edge over Armada? I'll tell you what. That Evo that Hungrybox came back and beat Armada at, I truly believe that was the turning point which made Armada decide it's time to retire. I do. I'm not even kidding. I really do truly believe that. And because of that fact, I gotta say Hungrybox is the guy. Not to mention, he still has the longevity. He didn't quit. I'm not knocking Armada. I'm a big Armada fan, but he walked away from the game. He put the sticks down. H-Box, I mean, he put the sticks down too and picked up the sticks for Ultimate. I mean, you've seen his stream numbers before and them sub count. He ain't make the wrong decision. Sorry, Melee, but Ultimate's out here paying the big bills. But damn it, he can come back and still dominate and still put up big numbers. And he's kind of trying to get back to form. You see, he's like the placements he's getting as of late. Definitely trying to recapture some of that dominant air. Now, will he ever be the same dominating force that he once was? Probably not, but I would argue his era of dominance, which not only just pissed top players off, it made the fans just hate him, made him an icon. Hell, somebody threw a crab at him. Somebody. It just made him an icon. I don't know. Armada, though, you got to give him all due respect too. Even finishing at, you know, he's obviously ranked number 2 here. I would have had him at number 3, but the guy's accolades, the guy's resumes, unbelievable. Also an amazing teams player as well. Got to show him a lot of love. Came up from the gutter, the trenches of Sweden, to become ranked number 2 overall. Give it up. And then there was the kid, the Buster, and your GOAT at number 1, my boy Mango. An individual who just cannot help but ban me from his Twitch chat anytime I show up. I don't get it. I don't understand. But maybe that's part of the allure and the mystique that makes him so good. Started out as a Jigglypuff. I remember the first time I met this guy, I was at pound 3, which, by the way, why isn't pound 3 listed on this accomplishments list? This is insane. Pound 3 was one of his most iconic wins, if you ask me. I was at that tournament, okay? And I remember when we got kicked out the venue and we had to go to somebody's dorm room or some sort of, I don't know, common area to finish the tournament. I was in the back and I was shouting all kinds of obscenities and curse words, trying to throw this kid off his game as I saw him just dethrone icon after icon, the Courts, the Azins, and eventually Mewtwo King to take the title from losers. I think this guy was in losers because he lost to Silent Wolf and Link Diddles to begin. And that didn't just begin an era, it began a revolution. You understand that Mango has been good throughout every era of Smash? When Ken was on top, Mango was good. When Mewtwo King was on top, Mango was good. Beat him. You know what I mean? Like all these new school Jimmies coming out of nowhere, from the docks, from the trenches, from the woodwork, and Mango still found a way to beat him. Even as recently with that huge win, 2 grand finals over Zayn at Summit. It's crazy. And you know what the more amazing thing is? He's pushed multiple characters to the highest level possible. Falco, Puff, Fox, hell, even his Falcon was kind of nice at points. It's just absurd. It's just absurd what this man has done. So I have to give him all the credit and all the respect. You know? Here. Let me do that Mango thing. There. My Mango fan impression. My impression of the emote. Dude's just got it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, he's a proud beer drinking, you know what I'm saying? Proud father, proud boyfriend of like, I don't know, 15 years. It might be time to pop the question, man. I mean, you gonna give her some new, you know what I'm saying? You might as well give her a ring too. But that's a conversation for another day. The point is, I absolutely do think Mango is deserving of the GOAT title. My man absolutely holds it down. So that's kind of my thoughts on this list. Like a lot of people don't realize I've been around since 06, baby. I've seen them all come. I've seen them all go. And I'm talking about the ones who really went, like names like Ted Spammer. Look it up, okay? Those are the guys who really quit when they said they're going to quit, all right? So obviously no quit in Mango. I mean, the guy wins in the only era that a lot of other people weren't even a part of on this list. And I'm talking about the Wi-Fi Slippy era. That's impressive stuff. So congrats to all top 10 placers. Obviously, I have my own opinions on, you know, who might have got snubbed out of the top 10, some adjustments in the placings, but that's just me. That's just Phil. That's just my black ass. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about this Melee, you know, this PG Stats Melee top 10 list of all time, and who would you have? Also, would you like to see me give my opinions on other Smash games? Because we don't need PG to make a list. We just need WordPad. I'll see you on the next one.